you feel nervous facing an interview or public speaking? The antidotes to these fears based in science, psychology and yoga wrapped in an interesting story coming up. Let me share with you a tale from the ancient epic, the Mahabharata, where Krishna showed Balarama, his older brother, how to face a tough situation with courage. Picture this. Krishna and Balarama are going through a forest, and by then the sun had already set and it was dark. Those days there were no motels or inns for people to stay, so Krishna came up with a plan. He said to Balarama, "I'll go to sleep and you keep watch. Whenever you feel sleepy, wake me and I shall keep watch. Let's take turns." As Krishna drifts into sleep, Balarama remains vigilant, kept moving to and fro. Before long, encountered a monster in the forest lurking amidst the shadows, and the monster screamed at Balaram. And Balarama, who was shaken up by the monster, shrank in size, and the monster became bigger than Balarama. The monster screamed one more time. Balarama shrank even further, and the monster became even bigger. One last attempt, the monster screamed at Balarama. Unable to take the might of the monster, Balarama screamed, "Krishna!" and he fainted. Hearing the call, Krishna woke up. Though Balarama had fainted, he mistook Balarama to be sleeping, and Krishna started walking to and fro. So the monster, which had seen now a new person standing there, screamed at him. And it seems that Krishna, instead of being perturbed, stared at the monster. Instead of succumbing to fear, he meets the creature's gaze and calmly inquires, "What do you want?" And the monster shrunk in size. The epic goes, Krishna takes the monster and ties a knot at the end of his scarf and places the monster inside and tied it around his waist. The sun did rise, and Balarama and Krishna began to walk. And as they were walking, Balarama told Krishna, "You don't know what happened last night. A monster came and it was threatening us." Krishna gently took the monster out of his scarf and showed it to Balarama and asked, "Are you talking about this?" Immediately Balarama says, "But when I saw it, it was so big. Now it has become so small." In that moment, Krishna imparts timeless wisdom. Krishna says, "When you shun that which you must confront, it swells and wields power over you. When you avoid what you must face in life, it becomes bigger than you and takes control over you. When you face what you must face, you become bigger than it and you take control over it." The monster here is all the challenges we face in life. If you keep avoiding what you must face, these challenges become monstrous and take control over you. Instead, face what you must face and you become bigger and you become larger than it and gain control over it. Always remember, challenges are being given to you for a purpose, for you to become what you can become. This applies to the fear of facing interviews, public speaking, and challenges in life. When the mind is consumed by fear, what to do? If you ever had this question, let me give you a yoga wisdom here. What I learned from yoga, mind yoga. How do we cultivate courage? By facing the fear. Yoga teaches us to counter negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Yoga teaches us to counter negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Cultivate the thought of courage when consumed by fear, says yoga. When the mind is disturbed by thoughts and it goes against your ideals, then cultivating the opposite thought is the remedy. Pratipaksha bhavanabhyasa is a phrase in Sanskrit which is summary of everything I just mentioned. Cultivate the thought of courage when consumed by fear. Mind is disturbed by thoughts, then cultivate the opposite thought, and that is the remedy. Pratipaksha bhavanabhyasa means cultivate the opposite thought when you are facing something which you cannot overcome. Pivot a negative tendency by creating the opposite tendency. That is what Pratipaksha Bhavanabhyasa stands for. What you resist, persist. You heard of this saying, right? Replace it with something. Replace that fear with something. Replace anger with something. Don't force the thought away. Instead of dwelling on fear, focus on bravery. Repeat to yourself, I am bold. I am bold. I am bold. Fear will wither away due to lack of attention. Fear is disturbed energy. Yes, disturbed energy, and that is also energy. Fear is communicating to us to do something. Fight, flight, or freeze are three responses our nervous system is capable of according to science. Whereas Mind Yoga teaches that this energy can be redirected to strength to face the situation with little patience, telling yourself that you have the power to face the situation instead of freezing or running away. The power of fear can be converted to the power of courage. Does public speaking make you nervous? Are you wondering what sort of positive impact can you make on the audience? Do you want to refine your speech skills? Then one word answer. Rehearsal is the answer for all. Preparation is paramount. Whether rehearsing a speech or facing an interview, practice breeds confidence. Here is a tip. Prepare for a speech on your favorite topic and rehearse. Write, memorize, and practice oral delivery until your words flow effortlessly. If needed, memorize so that the words flow effortlessly. Rehearse with a family member or your dog or a houseplant or with self, in front of a mirror. It increases your confidence to confront any challenge. Running away due to fear is a losing strategy. Instead, push through fear, take action, develop confidence, and feel better, said Jeff Keller, the author of Attitude is Everything. Whenever you feel nervous or anxious to face audience, employ a simple technique. This is from science, from my biology expertise. I have collected this and I have applied this myself. Tense your abdominal muscles for 5 seconds and then release. This helps regulate adrenaline levels, calming the jittery sensations that accompany fear. This exercise will cut blood circulation to adrenal glands located on top of kidneys. Kidneys are in the back, next to your spine. Adrenal glands produce adrenaline, which increases metabolism and which in turn increases the energy produced in your body. This gushing energy increases heartbeat and limbs shake. It's called trembling. That is what you feel when you are about to face a large crowd or audience. By cutting or reducing blood supply to adrenal glands by holding your abdominal muscles, we are suppressing more adrenaline release, thereby reducing hypermetabolism. This would help you to stop the jitters or the feeling of nervousness. Next, immediately following this, you have to tell yourself, the important thing to do is to understand that this is energy. Telling our mind that this high energy is required for my performance and to connect with my audience. It will help me develop a positive perspective. The jitters are due to the energy that my body is releasing. Then your body is going to prepare for the work that you need to do. Don't be embarrassed of your jitters. Use your energy to impress audience. Audience like energy or energetic presenter. You agree? Lack of nourishment or some deficiencies add to nervousness. Yes, this is the next step based in biology. Science. Get blood tests done and check with your doctor if you need any supplements, if you have any deficiencies. Don't neglect your body. Proper nutrition and vitamin D can work wonders in calming frayed nerves. I have personally experienced this challenge and successfully overcome it. And today I am a professor. I teach in a college. I teach college students. And that does require a lot of public speaking love, not public speaking fear. Mind-body yoga tip. Lastly, posture speaks volumes. Stand tall, shoulders back, exuding confidence with every gesture. After all, your body language shapes perceptions as much as your words do. Your body language gives it all away, whether it be confidence or nervous conscious feelings you have. So practice good posture, and if you need help, watch my video I made on posture. So let us heed Krishna's advice and confront our fears with unwavering courage. In doing so, we unlock our true potential and triumph in the grand tapestry of life. And if you seek further insights on mastering the mind and body, explore my video on Do This to Become Smart. Until then, Namaste. I am Nalini Om, Professor of Biology and Mind Yoga Guide.